Columbia's, I'm gonna hunker down. As one does. Columbia's Teachers College recently asked me to prepare a kind of overarching statement on my philosophy of education. Who am I as an educator? What do I stand for? What will I not tolerate? What will I tolerate, etc. And I really wasn't sure, do no harm, student first, teach to the class, not to the test. And yes, okay, I thought, yes to all of that. But when I did sit down to write, I didn't feel like regurgitating either Common Core mantras or their detractors, and I know that all of my fellow friends from Teachers College certainly know what I'm talking about here. I didn't know what to say as far as the philosophy was concerned, but I do have a few things to say that are mine. And maybe that's a teaching philosophy in itself, to help foster in people a few things to say that are theirs. And this is something that New York has taught me. Recently, I got a letter from the IRS. I sat down at my desk reading over the bad news and saw at the bottom of the enclosed form that rather than write another check, I could write a letter. So this is what I did, and this is what I wrote. And I think it could represent a second part of a teaching philosophy, which is to foster in students a willingness to go head-to-head with things like the IRS. Because that spirit, too, that half hand-wringing, that is one part fight and one part bluster, but all true, is what New York has also taught me. So here we go. Two, the Internal Revenue Service. New York State Department of Taxation and Finance, RE. Document number 459-38576, assessment ID I-49382275, tax type personal income, audit number X99653327, function code, friends, function code PQR. May 10th, 2013. Dear Sir or Madam, thank you for your recent notice of further tax owed per your review of my 2009 returns. I have received the information and am grateful for this opportunity to kindly differ with the requested as stated in your correspondence of May 7, 2013. I'd like to share with you more of my circumstances and my reasons for kindly questioning your present request of additional tax payment equaling $382.99. I direct your attention to my gross income for 2009, which totaled $8,824.47. This is small beans by any measure, and while I lived frugally, I admit that year was a particularly difficult one. As you know, 2008 heralded the biggest economic downturn our country has seen since the Great Depression. I am proud to report I managed throughout that time to stay on top of my bills and out of debt. I buy food, cooking gas, and electricity, as well as subway cards for transportation. I believe that record right there should go a long way toward establishing with you a credible indication of character. But welcome any additional inquiry to my financial background, means, and effects. Since that time, I have worked for the New York Public Radio and later at a school, which you will all see by my filings. While I was grateful for this work, circumstances continued to evolve, and like so many of my fellow Americans through this challenging and hard-scrabble time in our nation, I was laid off. But roller coasters go up as well as down, and the layoff proved an excellent opportunity to reevaluate my true interests. Having made, dear sir or madam, the commitment to become a public school teacher, in 2012 I enrolled in Columbia University's Teachers College. My grandmother, Marjorie L. Cooper, served for 37 years as an English teacher in the public schools of Blanca and later Pueblo, Colorado, where she taught American works, including those of Steinbeck and Fitzgerald, on the open, dusty plains below the Rockies. Ms. Cooper saw the ravages of the Great Depression firsthand and worked her whole life for the betterment of the people of Colorado, a region of our country especially hard hit by the Depression and long in recovering. She was not a high-earning American, but she was a hard-working American who loved this nation and believed in its promise and its principles. I hope that in reading this letter, you might find opportunity to better understand and perhaps support me in this important choice. And please reconsider the amount of $382.99 that you do seek. While this may be a small sum to you, it is in fact a very daunting figure to me. In closing, I eagerly welcome the chance to discuss this matter further with you. Yes, I do. And any questions you may have regarding my standing, my choices, my spending habits, earning potential, family history, and any further details of my predecessor's choices, or even perhaps mine, so that you may yet better know me in the context of your request. I look forward to serving in our nation's public school system for many years to come, and to contributing, as my grandmother did, and as those even before her did, to the ongoing recovery of America. With very best regards, Caroline Maureen Cooper. Social Security number, wada 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 wada, 2942. 5 weeks, 3 days, in the afternoon, in the mailbox, out of the mailbox, ripped open, and still standing in the entryway, I did clutch that good paper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dear Caroline Marie Cooper, Social Security number, wada 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 wada, 2942. Thank you for your correspondence of May 10th, 2013. This is to notify you that you are hereby released of any further review or adjustment to your 2009 tax return. Following receipt of your statement, this matter has been closed. We wish you well in your coming teaching career in the American public school system.